Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith. This is all things Tenerife and more. Okay, my last vlog was a little bit dark, I have to admit. I'm going to spin this around. Yeah, it was a little bit dark, so thought I'd lighten these up a bit and we'll go for a little walk in Dublin. We're still in the city. I'm still here. I'm 4 weeks away. Actually, this day, 4 weeks, I will be in Tenerife, back in the sunshine, back doing my usual vlogs. I'm not actually quite sure. Hang on a second, I want to see something. I want to have a little wander and see what's going on. There's always, well, not always, but Saturday's always a good day for protests in Dublin City. And today is no different, so let's go have a little wander and see what's going on over here. That building, just there, a red brick building, is the Rotunda Hospital. That's where little Keith was born. Yes. All of, this year, 57 years ago. 57 in September. So, let's see what's going on here. Okay, we've got people in red sashes. Okay, I have an idea what's going on here. It's a pro-life rally. My other half informed me about this. I do believe that's what it is. Maybe not. Okay, let's see. Yes, pro-life rally. Okay. I'm not sure what your opinion is on that. If it's still, I'm assuming it's not going to start for some time, but maybe we'll catch it on the way back. Not sure what your views are on that. Personally, yes, I have to agree it is a woman's decision whether or not to terminate pregnancy. Do I agree with it? No. Personally, I don't. Human life is human life. Baby's a baby. I'm sure people will disagree with me, and you're more than entitled to do so. But that's my belief, and I'm not going to change that for any woke society or otherwise. And this isn't a religious thing, it's not a God thing, although there is quite a lot of it here at the moment. I admire people who have faith. I personally don't have any, but I do admire those who do. That's what I love about the diversity of Dublin City. You can sit and happily, freedom of speech is at times very obvious in Ireland, and then other times not so much. It depends on what you're talking about. Anyway, as I was saying to you earlier on, last vlog, a little bit dark. No update on that situation at the moment. Someone has said that maybe they may actually be Irish people that were taken from the canal, not confirmed, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So, back on the, just give me 1 second. Now, sorry. Actually, the reason I stopped that is somebody decidedly dodgy was eyeing up my camera, and I needed to just take stock of the situation. They've moved on. This is the end of O'Connell Street, Parnell Street, end of O'Connell Street. Yeah, and Dublin is, yeah, there's, let's say, colourful characters down this end, so you do have to be very careful. And people have often asked me that question, and again, I've covered it in vlogs, is Dublin safe? And by and large, yes, but like that situation just there with myself, be careful, don't make stupid decisions. If you see something and you're not quite sure about it, cross the road, I suppose. Or, as I said, if you have something of value on show, put it away. And as you can see today from all the jerseys knocking around, we have, I'm assuming, either Gaelic or hurling at the moment. I'm not 100% sure, but we do have one or the other playing today. So, yeah, there's a few Kilkenny, a few Clare jerseys I've seen as well. So, let's find out who's playing today. So yeah, back to a little bit more light-hearted today. So we're going to head down towards Moore Street. I suppose the home of Dublin, I suppose the centre of Dublin City. Always my idea of the middle of Dublin is Moore Street. And I have very fond memories of it as a child, of it being extremely Dublin, if you know what I mean. I know it might sound like a silly thing for some people to hear, but it was iconically Dublin City. Dublin City, to me, the centre of it was Moore Street. It's where the Molly Malone song, I suppose, comes from. It's that whole street trader. It was full of fishmongers, butchers, fruit and veg sellers, and it was one of the most colourful parts of a childhood that I spent in Dublin City. And that restaurant across the road, the Kingfisher, was very much a part of that for me. As a kid growing up, that was a treat. That was a Friday evening treat. Dad would bring you into town, might go to the cinema, and you get chips on the way home, and you'd stop and get a bag of chips in your hand, and you'd eat them waiting on the 36 bus back to Ballymun. And yeah, it's a very, very fond memory for me of my childhood. And we'd have gone to maybe the Savoy in O'Connell Street, which was the cinema. There was a cinema there. It's still there, just beside, not far up from the Gresham Hotel. And this is it. This is Moore Street, and it's no longer what it was, as you'll see when we walk through it. I doubt if you'll find many Dubliners in it apart from myself, but if you had to come down here, I don't know, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, this would have been just market stalls and fruit and veg, and this is probably one of the few, there's not many of them left, and this is what you would have looked at. But it's changed so much. But this is what Dublin used to be. This whole area was just fruit and veg markets, fish sellers. But it's changed so much, and not necessarily for the better. Oh yeah. You can hear someone selling tobacco. Not the call that you used to get when I was a child walking through here. It would have been completely different. It would have been just... This site, hang on a second, I'm just going to step back a little bit so you can actually see this. Oh yeah. I will indeed.
Demolition.
There's talk of turning this whole area into a shopping precinct, and this building here, what was the connection between this building and the 1916 Rising?
Seven of our leaders ended up here. This is where they spent their last hours here. It's iconic. It's historic.
Historic and iconic, absolutely.
Absolutely. So that's what we'd like to see it properly restored, like
something
absolutely. Along the Kilmainham
I'm actually doing a vlog here on how much Dublin City has changed and how much Moore Street has changed.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't recognise it as a child. When I was a child, this was just street traders, fishmongers. It's not the Dublin that it was. But you're right, we're losing touch with our past. We're not passing it on.
Sure,
Let's go. Thank you very much for your time.
Problem.
So, as you can see, there is still a fantastic passion in Dublin to keep Dublin alive, and that building, I suppose, represents so much of Dublin heritage and Dublin history, and Progress is trying to wipe it out. We're just going to, as I said, knock it down, and as that lady was saying, they're hoping to turn it into a museum as a tribute to those who died during the 1916 Rising. So, will it happen? I doubt it, because this place is worth far more as real estate than it is as a tourist attraction, and our governments don't look at things that way. Now, okay, I'm seeing more stalls. I haven't been in here. I haven't been in Dublin on a Saturday in God knows how long. But it's good to see that there's a little bit more the fruit and veg still here. The knockoff dodgy perfumes, nah, not exactly what you call iconic Dublin. that butcher's been there since I was a kid. I mother used to get cods rolling. Most people wouldn't know what the hell it was. But okay, so there you go, quick walk down Moore Street. Slightly different to what I remember as a kid. Still a sort of an element of the old Dublin to it, but not as much as it was. I mean, this would have been absolutely wall to wall with street traders, which would have been handed down from generation to generation. And sadly, a lot of that's gone. But it's still a little bit of what Dublin used to be like. Okay, so that was Moore Street. I went back to speak to the group that were trying to save those two buildings from demolition, and I was chatting to them about the future plans with Dublin City Council to actually knock down the majority of Moore Street completely, to demolish it completely, and allow the development of a shopping precinct. We've enough shopping precincts, I think, to be honest with you, at this stage in this country. And those buildings, that particular building where some of the heroes from 1916 Rising were shot by the British and captured during their fight for our freedom, I suppose. It's important that we keep that alive and keep that heritage alive. So there's actually a Facebook page connected to that group, and I'll actually put it in the thumbnail. It's Save Moore Street from Demolition. There's a Facebook page where you can go online, sign a petition to try and save Moore Street from demolition. So, if you're Irish, if you've got Irish heritage, if you've got Irish blood in you and you're following this channel, do me a favour. Go on to Facebook, have a little look, sign the petition. It is important. Irish heritage it's important to keep Irish heritage alive. It's one of the things that keeps people coming back, tourism coming back time and time again, is our history, our heritage. So yeah, please, it is important. It's an important part of Irish history. Obviously, without the 1916 Rising, we wouldn't have the freedom that we have today. So, as I said, Save Moore Street from Demolition is the name of the Facebook page. Have a little look, go over, and then hit the like, subscribe, bell for notification, and I'll talk to you all soon. Slán.